Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is week 2 of my doing 100 weeks of YouTube videos and focusing on living a healthier, happier life or healthier, happier lifestyle, whatever. I don't know. I keep changing my titles for this one. But I am trying to focus on living a healthier, happier life or having a healthier, happier life. Just recognizing the fact that I can be happy and that my life is not as horrible as I make it out to be on a daily basis. Just learning to change my attitude. And this week I haven't had the best of attitude. I started off really good. It was like a really good week. I even wrote in my journal one day this week, which is fantastic. And then I did not do so well for like the other half of the week. It was like I just bombed out, which is really frustrating to me because sometimes I feel like I'm doing really good and I do really good things, and then for some reason I just freak out and I fall down. In this case, it wasn't entirely. Part of it was I freaked out. I had some anxiety. I didn't sleep all night, and then I got sick to my stomach. I don't know if I got a stomach bug or if I ate something or whatever it was. So then I ended up not working, and then I didn't sleep basically for a whole other day because I dozed off and on, like took little naps, but not slept well because I was just, my tummy was not happy with me. Let's just put it that way. And then I canceled my Saturday shift. I got somebody to sub for me at the temple on Saturday, which I felt bad about doing. But then I was kind of glad that I did because I actually slept all day Saturday. It was really nice. But then I was awake all night because I slept all day. And then I didn't go anywhere or do anything because I felt like I'd wasted my entire day, which I really didn't. I'm up nights anyway, but I felt that way for whatever reason. So then I didn't do anything. And then I stayed up all night. And then I had slept through church and everything on Sunday. And then I was just like mad at myself for having not done anything and forgetting that I need to be nice to myself when I don't feel good. And it's probably a lot because I just wasn't feeling good. And when I don't feel good, I don't do things like I don't read my scriptures and meditationals, and I didn't journal, and I didn't exercise. So I was like, great, I exercised 2 days this week instead of like 5, which is my goal. And I know this should be a little bit more organized. I have a piece of paper with a list of all my goals on it, but it's at home, and I am not at home. I am in my car. So I'm in my car because I was asked to give somebody a ride somewhere, so I am waiting for them to do something. And I'm like, all right, as long as I'm waiting, I'll make my videos. And I didn't bring my stuff with me, so this is kind of off the cuff and hoping that I can remember everything. Um, anyway, I my brain froze. I'm easily distracted. Somebody sent me a text message and it pops up on my screen, and I'm trying to read that while I'm making my video, and that doesn't work. So I apologize. These are things that I should learn how to edit out of my videos so that it doesn't look quite so bad. But anyway, crazy brain. So I'm going to try to remember all the different areas that I have goals in and tell you how good or bad that I did this week. And so for starters, I know spiritually, I read my scriptures and meditationals probably 3-4 days this week. And then I didn't because I didn't feel good, so then I didn't do anything. But there you go. And then obviously I went to the temple Tuesday night to clean, but I didn't go Saturday. I didn't go to church Sunday, so kind of not doing so good on that front. I haven't been very good this week socially this week. I haven't been very good at reaching out or calling or contacting people. Although it was nice. My son reached out to me and wanted to know if we were going to hang out on Friday because I spent the last couple of Fridays with my kids, which has been fantastic. And I was like, that would have been nice, except one, I have no money to go spend, and two, I didn't feel good. So I was like, sorry, I can't this week. But I made plans to do something with him next week. And he was like, okay, that works. But it was really nice that people were still reaching out to me, even if I wasn't reaching out to them. So apparently that is that saying, what you put out is what you get back. So when you put that out, reach out to people, they will reach out to you. So I haven't always felt that that's been true in my life, but that's been kind of interesting to see that this week. And so that's really good. And I'm really grateful for that because I've needed that. Although I must say the last couple of days, because I wasn't doing anything, I was kind of to the point where I was like, I don't want to talk to my landlord. I don't want to answer my phone. I just don't want to deal with people right now because I don't want to deal with myself. And when I get like that, I'm just like, I have no patience for people. So I'm like, that's not a good place for me to be. And it's not good for me to be around people. But it's probably better if I would get up and go around, be around people, because it's always uplifting. So again, really easy for me to slide back into that place of isolation and not wanting to talk to people. So didn't do the best with that one this week. Spiritual, social, emotional. I did actually make a Marco Polo video. I've been messaging my sister-in-law, and I did she was talking about like doing goals, like I could help her with her goal, just to have someone to report to respond to kind of what I'm doing in my videos. So I made this really long Marco Polo video and told her the list of my goals that I'm making, and asked if she wants to help with those, or just let her know that's what I'm doing. But I'd be more than happy to be supportive of her and her goals. Mostly right now she's trying to like get off of sugar and not beat herself up for eating sugar. And I'm like, all right, well, good luck with that one. That's a really hard goal. I mean, it's really hard. And she's doing it for health issues, for health reasons. So I understand why she's doing it. And that's fantastic, but it's still really hard. And so she just needs somebody to help her not beat herself up, which I think is really ironic, because here I am beating myself up every time I don't follow through on my goals. And I'm being nice to my sister-in-law to say nice things like, hey, don't feel bad about this. But the nice thing is that I'm telling my sister-in-law, don't feel bad about this. I was like, oh yeah, I need to stop feeling bad and beating myself up. Like, I need to take my own advice. So I am grateful for that opportunity. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I did say I'd be willing to do that, and just that nice reminder to not beat myself up for not doing so well on my goals. So that was kind of a nice spiritual moment, social thing back and forth with my sister-in-law. So that's good. Also emotional. I did share some emotional things with my sister-in-law. And then she did, send back and say, read your scriptures, do this, do that. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate the reminders. I'm like, I know it takes time, but I'm grateful that I was able to share that. So I did a little emotional. As far as mental, I did work on my song that I wrote a few months ago, and decided I was gonna share it for some reason. I was gonna share it with my sister-in-law, and then I ended up kind of revising it, like fine-tuning it, writing it a little bit differently, and then I like sang it on Marco Polo like 3 different times, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am so done with this. And then I emailed it to somebody else besides my sister to try to get somebody to help me write the music for it, because I don't write music. I understand the basic concept of how to write music, but I don't actually know the notes, or I don't have a musical ear to like pick it out, like to write a song that way. So I was like, nope, that's not in my wheelhouse. I'm not even sure that would ever be in my wheelhouse. So I'm waiting for my sister to do it, but she said she won't be able to do it until sometime in the summer. And if she doesn't get to it, I need to remind her about it. And I was like, okay, all right, it's just going to sit there like all of my other stuff. It just sits there, and it's kind of frustrating waiting on other people. So I did ask somebody else that mentioned they could help me, but I don't know if they'll be able to or not. So they're like, do you have a tune in mind? And I'm like, let me just download my song and send it to you, the one that I already sang, because I'm not singing it again. And yes, I have a tune in mind, but I don't know the notes that I'm singing, which is why I need somebody else to write the music for me. So anyway, that was a little bit of creativity, a little bit of mental things, and I did write in my journal once. So like that was all in one day. I did that. I think that was a little overkill. And then of course I stayed up all night because I think I was just anxious that I sent my song out to people and I wanted responses from everybody, but not everybody's going to respond. And some of them took a couple of days to respond, or some of them were just like didn't respond at all, which I'm like, me and my expectations. And then it's just anxious for me because I'm doing something different and I put myself out there, and then I always expect negative repercussions, or I want that positive reinforcement, and sometimes I don't always get it, and I have to just give it to myself, or I just have to trust that this is what God wants me to do and it's okay. But it's hard every time I do something new, and so I think I was just freaking out, and then I was anxious, and then I ended up with an upset tummy and all of that stuff. So part of me is like, I shouldn't do that anymore, but I'm like, I'm not going to not do that anymore. I'm going to keep doing positive things because I know it's what I need to do. It's hard. So, financially, I didn't work for like 3 days. So my finances just got worse because I didn't work. So I couldn't pay bills. So I'm even further behind, which really sucks. So just going to gloss over that one. And physically, I exercised twice this week. And then obviously I didn't feel good. Although I am grateful that in spite of that, that I had healthy food in my house, that I did make food, and that I am still choosing to eat food. And my scale says that I am still losing a little bit of weight. So I'm like, yay. I forgot to weigh myself Friday, so I weighed myself Saturday, and I was down like half a pound. And then I randomly stood on my scale on Sunday, which I know I'm not supposed to do. And then I was down like another 2 pounds, and I was like, I lost 2.5 pounds since last Friday. That's pretty cool. So I think my scale is playing games with me. But it encourages me to keep doing what I'm doing, to keep trying. And it also makes me feel grateful that even though I haven't been exercising as much or doing as much as I wanted to, that I'm not, at this point, I haven't reversed things. I'm not gaining weight. So I am very grateful for that. And I think that is spiritual, emotional, mental, social, physical, financial. I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. I hope this all comes out in one video because my phone was popping up weird stuff again at me, which is annoying. So I have no idea what it's doing. But that is all I have for this week. That is where I'm at. And I am grateful for the reminder that I just need to be gentle with myself and that it takes time for goals to set into place, to work, for all the changes to happen. And I just need to not beat myself up for not being where I want to be or for not doing everything this week. And I am grateful for that too. So that's all I have. If you guys have any comments, you can comment below, suggestions, ideas to help me achieve my goals, or if you have goals you're working on you want to share, that would be fantastic, so we can do this together. Anyway, that's all I have for today, for this week. But if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great week full of gratitude and find ways to be healthy and happy too.